That's why I need punctuation. That's why I need to stop. So hello and welcome to the vlog. It is New Year's Day and as you can see, the sun is out, the sky is blue. It is cold, but I decided to come out for a walk to take a break from everything else that I'm not doing. If there was space on the title card, I think this vlog would be called In Defense of Doing Nothing. But doing nothing will have to suffice. So some of the reason we're doing this vlog, a sort of walk and talk and show you things that are pretty, is that it is true that most of the last week I have spent lying on the couch, either reading or watching Netflix or YouTube or playing with the cat, just generally chilling out. And in one way we could go doing nothing. If we were to think about writing, the written word, I think most of us would agree you can't have writing unless the writer uses good punctuation. Without it, we just end up with one run-on sentence that becomes increasingly incoherent. It's true, of course, that life itself might sometimes seem like one run-on sentence. It's not like we can actually stop the clock and create the temporal equivalent of a full stop. However, life also has its seasons. The temptation in our modern, always on, always connected kind of world is that we try to ignore that and go, well, it's go, 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 go the whole time. When we go, go, go the whole time, what we lose is the things that we could gain by stopping and doing nothing. I am by nature one of life's procrastinators, and I need a list of things and some good deadlines sometimes to get me motivated on tasks that I'm trying to avoid. The problem with a to-do list is I've then set my agenda and said that is what is important, that is what I must do. Now, very probably everything that is on the to-do list needs doing. However, equally as probable is there are things that should be on the to-do list that I haven't even thought that need doing because I've been too focused on doing what's on the to-do list. That's why I need punctuation. That's why I need to stop, to just sit down and do something else, or preferably do effectively nothing, to give my brain a bit of space to go, hang on a minute, haven't you thought about doing that? And over the past week or so I have benefited from the process of doing nothing, because in that process I've realised some things that I'm not doing that I could be doing and will do. So to give you a practical example of that, many of you will know that I'm involved in all sorts of different recording projects, particularly related to church music in Bosnia and Herzegovina. And one of the things that I want to do is try and see that the net outcome of all of that is greater than the sum of its parts, that music contributes to a movement of something new amongst church musicians. That means that I can't just have my to-do list of projects. It is important that I create space to record with people, to help them songwrite, to get songs released, but there's things around that that are important too. When I think about the question, are we doing everything we should be doing, it's not for me about generating more work, oh let's add this and this and this. It's about going, are we doing the things that are really going to help us get where we want to go? And so it's good to stop and to pause and to take time, you know, and to reflect on that, not just keep your head down, keep running, keep running, keep running. That has its place too, but seasons, you know, there have to be pauses, there have to be stops, and there have to be times when you really think deeply, properly about where and how and why, and make sure you have good answers to those questions. Of course, sometimes it's also important to stop, just to actually stop, because you need to stop, because you can't keep going forever. I didn't get the chance to stop after a really busy summer, 5 weeks on camps after Secret Fest, and I felt it all through autumn physically. And I guess Some of that is aging. The 20-something me would have just carried on and got less sleep and not been bothered about it. The 50-something-year-old me has to be a little bit more wise physically and pace himself a little bit better. And so definitely for me at this point it's like stop, because you physically need to stop. You need to have some days where you don't do anything. And after 2 days on the couch, there was part of me going, well, that's it, I should be fine now. I should be able to get up and get back on with some tasks that I wanted to do, make the most of this break, you know, to do some work. And then there's the other part of me going, hang on a minute, like you went through most of the autumn feeling like you're teetering on the edge of exhaustion. 2 days isn't going to cure you of that, you know. You need to just go a little bit slow, give yourself a little bit more time. Yeah, those are my New Year's Day thoughts for you, really. If you've had the chance to take a break, fantastic. If you haven't, see if you can. Do remember that all this advice has to be tempered with time of life and responsibility balance. I wouldn't have listened to this advice in my 20s. I didn't listen to it. And it may not have been appropriate to listen to it either. But definitely in the stage of life I'm at now, it's important to listen to it. I think the important point I'm trying to make is don't just barrel into 2026 doing everything you did in 2025 with your head down, not taking on board any new information. Stop for a minute, look around, have a good think about where you're going, why you're going there, and what you're trying to achieve, and make sure you're doing the things that are going to get you to the place you want to be. So I think that's it for this week's vlog. Thank you very much for watching. Do give us a big thumbs up for doing nothing. Do leave a comment or question if you want to know more. Do remember that together we do adventure, and we'll see you next time. All the best for 2026.